Hey y'all, wanted to discuss with y'all piston systems. I got one for my AR. I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna make this a couple of videos. This is gonna be a little series. So this will be the first one where I'm just gonna talk about the piston system that I have here. The next one will probably be installation, or depending on how easy installation is to do while filming, if that's not something I can do. The next one might just be showing you the system in operation once installed, or if I can video installation, then maybe we'll do 3 parts. So this will be the first of at least 2 parts. And this is the Superlative Arms piston kit. Superlative Arms is very well regarded for their adjustable gas blocks. And they've developed a system here that utilizes that adjustable gas block to turn your AR-15 rifle. It is specifically AR-15. AR-15 in 5.56. This does not work with 300 blackout. Your AR-15 in 5.56 into a short stroke piston weapon. I'm sure some of you are already rearing up to get in the comments and fuss at me and say, I've seen your rifle. You have a 16-inch barrel with a mid-length gas system, and this says carbine-length. You are correct. So I did not actually pick this up myself. There was some miscommunication in the pickup. It was not Superlative Arms' fault. They sent exactly what was asked for. This was the wrong thing that was given to me from that. But it's not a big deal, because Superlative Arms very nicely makes a piston system where all one needs to do is swap out the piston op rod. And I was able to get a mid-length piston. So we'll take a look at what's in here. Maybe we'll pull that back out as a little comparison. So first thing we see when we get in here is instructions. Make sure this weapon is unloaded. Wow. I don't even know how you would change the gas system with a loaded weapon. I mean, it involves changing the bolt carrier. I guess that's a safety thing that their lawyers tell them that they need to have. So I guess this is the same thing that is in the op rod package. This is to show you barrel extension shoulder. Where is your gas port? I bought my barrel, so I know it's mid-length. Daniel Defense 1.8, I think. And so we'll take this foam off, and inside we will see the Superlative Arms bolt carrier. So I will have to use my bolt that I already have, which is fine, because I'm going to reuse that bolt carrier in a 6.5 Grendel upper I'm going to build. What you can see, instead of having the little extension off of here to receive the gases from the gas tube in a DI system, this instead has a flush face with a groove that the piston should interact into. Other than that, it looks like a fairly conventional bolt carrier. I could side by side those later for y'all. So put that back in there. This here is the spring that is apparently not necessary, but if you don't want a rattle, it's helpful to keep your op rod seated firmly into the gas block. And then this here is the op rod guide that gets punched into the receiver bushing, into the upper receiver. I might try it without that first. Okay. Then we have the famous Superlative Arms adjustable gas block. I don't know if it's the exact same gas block that that is used for the piston system as for a DI system. If it's not the exact same, I know it's based off of that. The op rod drops in through there. That's what stops it from coming out the backside. Oh, that's just a little detent ball bearing in there that it's clicking on each time it passes. Okay, so this appears to be the only. Oh no, there's multiple things left. So here's the carbine-length op rod that I will not be needing. This is the punch tool. That's at first I was like, oh geez, there's some rust on there. But this is just a punch tool for installing that that bushing into the upper receiver, if you so choose to do that. I'll try it without first. Can always come back and install it later. So take that out. Then the that slides in there. You can add the spring as well if necessary. So as the gas comes down the barrel, pushing the projectile comes out, pushes the gas in here, which causes this chamber in here to expand and shoot that back, which will then push your bolt carrier to the rear. That's it right there. It's a lot simpler than I think a lot of people realize. Having become much more familiar with the M14 before I became familiar with the M16, I was able to understand how a is that a short stroke piston, or is that's a long stroke piston, since the bolt isn't integral. I was able to understand how a piston system worked. And then when I first saw a direct impingement gun, it seemed odd to me. And, and then eventually I learned what it does to the inside the chamber and whatnot. It leaves a lot of residue inside there, particularly if you've ever fired blanks with a blank fire adapter. That just leaves a filthy, filthy weapon. All of the gas is forced into the gas tube. It has literally nowhere else to go but back inside the weapon. So blanks through a BFA are just, that's a bear to clean. So show you this here now. I'll go ahead and post this video so that y'all aren't waiting to see this, but if it takes me a little bit to get this installed onto my rifle, it might be a little bit of a wait for video number 2, but just want to go ahead and show this to y'all. Hey, quick follow-up to that video y'all just watched. Here's a little update that I just figured was best to just append onto that. I got my old gas block off. This is not permanently installed yet. This is just sort of dry fit. I need to dimple the barrel a little deeper for the Superlative Arms gas block per the instructions, but just wanted to show you what it looks like on here and point out that due to the Gen 2 handguard specific barrel nut from Arrow, it has this hole in the barrel nut that the the piston op rod passes through. So the bushing that they recommend you install, or I guess they don't even recommend it, they give it as an optional installation, I really feel is not necessary. I do have the spring in here. I don't know whether I'll keep that permanently with the spring in there. I might see how bad the rattle is. But this is what it looks like. I'm not using the bushing since the barrel nut acts as a really great guard. And it seems to operate by hand fine. And this gap looks a little bit larger than my old gas block was, so I might need to fine tune that. It might take a little bit of pressure on the op rod against the spring. I guess the spring wants to push the op rod this way. The buffer spring wants to push it this way. So I'll need to fiddle with it. Not fully installed, but just to give you all a quick look. I do just have my muzzle device hand screwed on there for now. This is not in any sort of fireable condition. Stay tuned for the new muzzle device coming. Probably going to go with a longer hand guard also. Got a couple other accessories that I'll put on the hand guard. So just give you a quick update. Thanks for watching. My update on the piston system. If you've enjoyed this, please hit like, please hit subscribe. Do the internet video thing. Hit the little bell button somewhere over here, down here maybe, for notifications. Get in the comments. Engage. You know, make like a Starfleet ensign and engage. Corny joke for you there. As if any of my jokes aren't. All right, thanks. Y'all have a good one. Bye.